Hello, welcome back to C# tutorials. In this video, we will work with events, and we will learn that how we can handle the events. But what's the events? Um, there's lots of examples that we can say about the events. So, for example, key press, key down, key up, mouse move, and Windows close or Windows open, form load, or lots of more things that happen in our application. We call them events. So sometimes we need to handle them. So we want to see that, for example, when user press a key, we want to do something. Or press a mouse, we want to do something, or let's move the mouse, we want to do something. So we need to handle them in some project. And in this tutorial, we want to work with handling the events. So we should go to the Visual Studio. So in the Visual Studio, I want to create a new project. So I'm going to create a new project. And I want to create a C# project and Windows 4 and for the desktop. And also I want to work with .NET Core. Windows Forms app .NET Core. So I select this type of application. Next. So the name of my project, I want to say that handling events. Create. Okay. So it is the codes that generated with Visual Studio. And so we want to go to our form and work with some of the events in the C#. So if I double click here in the form one, that is our form. Fortunately, handling events in C# is very easy, and any control that we are adding in our form has their own events. So definitely form has some events. So for here in the properties window, we can click on events, and we can see the list of the events here. Yeah. So for example, click, double click, mouse capture change, mouse click, mouse double click, and so on. Several events. Almost any activity that can happen on the form, we have the event for that. So, and also let's have a text box. And I want to work with a text box for the events. Very easy, very easy project. So in the events, I want to, for example, when I clicking on the on the text box, I want to multiple the number in the text box to 2. Okay, just double click here, and the name of my text box is text box 1, and I didn't change it. So I want to have double value equal to convert dot to double the text in my text box, text box 1 dot text. So, and then I want to double the value inside of the text box, and then again put it to the text box. So I can set the text box 1 and the text equal to value multiplied by 2, and the result should be to a string, and convert it to a string. Okay, so that's it. And when I'm clicking on text box, I will change it multiple the value inside of the text box to 2, and I also have a default value in my text box as 0. And now just run our simple project. Okay, so now let's run it. So if I click here, so wants to multiply it to 2. Since this is 0, so nothing changed. So when I change it to 3, and I'm coming to click here, so it becomes 6, 12. Again, with each click, it becomes double. Yeah. So yeah, our event is working. And another event that I want to work with is mouse move. So I want to go to the mouse move and just double click here to create my method for handling that event. So text box 1, mouse move. So the thing that I want to do it is adding when I'm moving the mouse, so wants to add the value in the text box. So let's get first the data inside of the text box. Double value convert that to double text box 1 that text. Okay, and then I was add the value, so value increment, and finally we should show the value in the text box. Equal to value dot to string. Okay, so now let's run our project. So when I'm moving the mouse, the value inside of the text box should change. Yes. So with just moving the mouse, as you can see here, the value changed and increased by 1. Okay, so as you can see here, handling the events in C# is very easy. So each control we have several events that we can select and indicate that what we want to do when that event is happening. And so for example, if I add the button, so again we have some events for the button. So click, mouse capture change, mouse click, and lots of more events. Drag drop, drag enter, drag leave, drag over. Yeah, and the key for keyboard, key down, key press, key up, preview key down, and the events related to the mouse, so mouse down, mouse enter, mouse hover, mouse leave, mouse move, and mouse up. So lots of events that you can use, and they are very easy. So it's the same for any contour that you want to use. I hope that you enjoy it. Take care and see you again.